Today we'll be talking about 16 life essential skills that can change your life in 5 months. Hello, welcome back. I remember when I was way much younger, as young as I can remember, I've had lots of ambitions, dreams, aspiration. I had big dreams, I had big ambitions, I can go on and on. It can be a different video, but not on this video. And over time, I've learned so many things. That if I had known when I was much younger, maybe I may be in a higher place, or I never know, maybe not even this position right now, but I shall know that that would have been a change if I had applied it from maybe when I was 15, 14 years. But I know as much as I can remember, from as young as 13, I had dreams. I can remember I was going through my notepad the other day and I saw some things that I wrote down that I wanted to do. The other day, I was going through it and it baffled me that all of this has been achieved. And while I was pursuing these visions, while I was pursuing these things, I came to realize so many skills, so many things that has helped me. And these are the things I'm here to share with you today. This is not all of the skills. These are not all, basically I'm going to be sharing 16 life essential skills that can change your life in 5 months. These skills is something that I applied unknowingly. I was doing them, but I never knew that these are skills. I was applying them, but I never knew. There was never a theory. There's never a name applied to it. It is based on my years of experience and the virtue of my profession and so many other learned and unlearned experience, and of course work-related and non-work-related experiences that made me realize that these are essential skills. So it is me here trying to give you some skills that will help you achieve, that can change your life basically in 5 months. So right with me. One of these is communication skills. Communication skill is something that we need to really understand. I have seen situations where you'll be communicating something different, but the other person is not understanding what you are saying, or basically you'll be wanting to pass home a different mindset, different points, but this other person is not getting it. So it seems like you're going over and over. It can be cultural difference, it can be influenced by different scenarios. However, at the end of the day, make sure that both of you understand this is what has been agreed. Your unspoken and spoken language should be understood to everyone who you're speaking or communicating to. This way you will understand each other. This is an essential skill that I think people are not talking about very well. This is an essential skill that I think people have to understand. There might be theories to this, but here I am sharing my personal experience with you. Communication skill is something that we really need to spend time to understand. Even as a young person, back after my first degree, and I had to go for what we call the youth service. That youth service opened a very wide doors for me that I'll be sharing in this later in this video. But it is communication that will keep you there, that will take you there, that will maintain you there, and that will lead you to the next step. So if you're not able to talk your way through these people, if you're not able to express yourself to these people, it becomes an issue. So when as much as you want to achieve something in that area, you need to be able to communicate what you want these people to understand about you, what your mission is, what you're desiring, and you're able to also allow them speak back and feedback to you, and you understand. Is one thing you should understand, you should learn. in this life essential skills. When you said all that, you should also allow these people to feed back to you, and you're able to understand their own perspective. So it's a two-way thing. You give your view, they give back their view, ability to speak, and they understand you, an ability for them to speak back to you and you understand them. So even if you are opportune to be in the midst of great people, if you're not able to express yourself, that becomes an issue. If they're not able to speak to you to understand, that becomes an issue. So the ability to communicate effectively is something you should learn very well. There might be differences in speech or whatever, but that doesn't matter. If there is dialect in it, there is intonation, there is accent or not, make sure you can clearly speak and understand what they say to you. That's one skill. The second skill we'll be talking about, emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, the ability to understand your emotions, the ability to know that this your emotion can affect how you speak to people and how people speak to you, how you react to things and how people react to you. Just be able to know the right time to take actions about things. Emotionally intelligent in the sense that you are not being active when you're being overwhelmed by your emotions, that you think things clearly before you act on them. No matter how emotions have taken over you, you need to calm down, take a chill pill, relax, and think through things before you act on them, irrespective that it has to be so quick. But don't think it through emotions. Does that make sense? Calm down and think about these things before you take actions. Not over emotion, not being sentimental, and think about this. And when issues comes up, think outside the box. Don't be rigid in your thinking. There are two sides. Okay, sorry, this is not a good advert thing. I'm not advertising anything to anybody, so I will be showing you the other side because it has the name. Of course, everybody knows this. So there are two sides to a coin. If you have planned to do this with this side, but it happens that this is not working the way you want, there is this other side of the coin, right? So if you feel that the plan that you have, you should always have a plan B, if that makes sense. Have a problem solving skill. Problem solving skill is a different video. I'm not there yet, but I was reflecting back so many things about me, and I feel it's a lot to be learned to younger generation and also to myself as well, to become a better me. And this is something I feel, the skills that I have been able to draw out this experience that I'm talking about. You should be able to have a skill that solve problems. Like if it's not working, you should have a problem solving skills that will be able to help you navigate out of it. Maybe there will be a plan B. Maybe what if I do it this way? Maybe what if have I thought about doing this way? Without giving up. You don't need to give up. If that way is not working, then can we try it this way? That is one skill that we should be able to imbibe. Yes, imbibe. We should be able to have. Because how can I want to go for a particular thing and because it did not work out, I'm out of it and I'm off again to another deal, and probably that one doesn't work. That's what they call jack of all trade, master of none. Jack of all trade, master of none. Are you one of them? No. Am I one of them? No. Problem solving skill is something with consistency, is something. Even me coming here to discuss these things is about consistency as well. I'm mindful that I don't want this video to be long, but I said I'm talking about 16 things. But if I see that the video is getting too long, I can do it. I can divide the video into two, right? But let's see how it goes. I don't want it to be long. So because this is something I think that I have to put together, so I'm not reading that anywhere, but I feel I have mixed these things together. So I've talked about emotional intelligence and I've also talked about problem solving skill. These are two skills together, right? So when you talk about critical thinking and problem solving, is a skill on its own. So emotional intelligence and problem solving skill are two different skills together. So in probably we've talked about three, which make a lot of sense, so that we are not going to be dwelling much on it. Skills, just know that emotional intelligence, you should know how to tame your emotions, decide properly, and all of it. You should always know how to regulate your emotions when necessary and show empathy when it is necessary. Problem solving skills, of course, is the critical thinking aspect of the skill. Ability for you to weigh all your information that you've gotten, weigh all your information, get all your facts right, and analyze them. Think about where you can solve these issues. If it's working, fine. If it's not working, think all your information aspect of to regulate your emotional intelligence. You should know how to tame, which make a lot of sense, so that we are not going to be dwelling much on it. Skills, just know that emotional intelligence, you should know, which make a lot of sense, so that we are not going to be dwelling much on it. Skills, just know that emotional intelligence, you should know how to tame your emotions, decide properly, and all of it. You should always know how to regulate your emotions when necessary and show empathy when it is necessary. Problem solving skills, of course, is the critical thinking aspect of the skill. Ability for you to weigh all your information that you've gotten, weigh all your information, get all your facts right, and analyze them. Think about where you can solve these issues. If it's working, fine. If it's not working, think outside the box. So that's what we've discussed. We've discussed communication skills, we've discussed critical thinking and problem solving skill, we've discussed emotional intelligence. The fourth one is time management. What do you spend your time on? What do you always look out for? Every time, I understand we as young people, we're always going on social media and all of that. Yes, fine and good, that's okay, no problem. Of course, I do it, we do it. It's time to relax. However, we should be able to manage our time. Spell out all the time you need for something. Imagine, for example, now, as someone who works full-time and I still need to create content, I still need to create videos, and I still need to do family, I have a lot to do. If you're not able to manage your time, how would you be able to do it? You put yourself in your shoes. You have to do, for example, now for me, you work Monday to Friday. When you come back in the evenings, or if you're working from home, you have your evenings, and it's a lot, right? Put yourself in your own shoe. What do you do? Put all that. Do you think you have enough time? Ability to manage your time well. Manage your time well. Prioritize what needs to be prioritized. Organize what needs to be organized. Don't leave them everywhere. Okay, you're having a vision, you want to do something. Are you supposed to be there at that time? Are you supposed to be doing that at that time? You're studying, but now, yes, I have an upcoming exam, but should I be doing this? Oh, let me just see this, let me scroll down and see this. And at the end of the day, you're there 1 hour, 2 hours. My brothers and sisters, what are you doing there? What are you doing? Prioritize, manage, weigh the information. Is it necessary at this time? Is this what I should be doing at this time? Prioritize yourself, your time well. The fifth one is adaptability and flexibility. You need to adapt. You need to adapt to things. Be open-minded to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn. If things are not working the way you feel is not working, how is it? So for me, having to move from one state to another, there are a lot of things I need to learn, relearn, unlearn. Moving from one country to another, there's things I need to learn, relearn, unlearn. There are different things, different environment, different things. The same thing as where you are right now, where you're going, there are some things you need to learn, relearn, unlearn. Does that make sense? So We need to be adaptable. We need to be flexible. Oh, because that's how I know it. I'm a full cultural man. That's how it should be. My dear, this is essential life skill if you want to succeed in this life. You need to be flexible. And also part of the being flexibility has to do with resilience. Life will throw things at you. That road you're going for, that thing you're pushing, it is not for the faint-hearted. You need to be resilient. Have the ability to dust yourself and go for it. Have the ability to dust yourself and move on with it. Crack on with it. Dust yourself. Go on with it. That's one ability that you should learn. Flexibility, resilience. Be resilient. Recover quickly from setback and mistakes. Mistakes happen. That's why a lot of people can't come here and tell you this is what they did 100 times. Hey, no. People often want to celebrate their wins. So yes, my dear, what are you waiting for? Setbacks are there, but the ability to be resilient and recover as quickly as you can and move on. Crack on. Self-care. In all of this, self-care, guys, self-care is important. Whatever you do, I've done a video about self-care. What do you do too? I've done a video. Just go through my videos. You see a video I did on self-care. Self-care is really important. Self-care, stress management. What do you do to manage your stress? I have done an entire different video on that. What do you do to manage that? That should also be something because in all of this, you'll be stressed. Definitely, there's no way. How do you manage this when it is becoming too much? How do you manage it? For me, I have so many things I can do to manage my stress. Yeah, and I've shared that in one of my videos as well. So you could just go through it and see, scroll through, you see the video and watch it. How do you take care of your health and well-being? What are your coping mechanisms? These are things you should also consider. That is one life essential skills that we need to also learn, right? Another one is financial skill and literacy. You don't need to go to school before you know that you can save money for the raining days. You don't need to go to school or have basic accounting skills to know budgeting. Okay, you should know that no matter how small the money is, you need to save money. Or you need to save. You need to save. No matter how tiny, save. This is one skill that you need to learn because you never know when you would need it. Save at all times. Not just saving, you have to invest the money so it can give you proceeds and dividend. Save, invest as much as you can. As much as you can. Really invest. Right, that's it. The next skill, collaboration and teamwork. You're not an island, right? Network yourself with people who have gotten to the level that you want to get to. Network yourself. Put yourself in there. Those people you admire, find yourself your way around there. Put yourself there. Collaborate. Network. Network yourself. Manners don't fall from heaven anymore. No. I know his graciousness is forever. He can do everything for us, right? But you need to take absolutely necessary step to put yourself in there. When you get there, allow him to do the rest for you. That favor, grace, mercy will be there. But you need to take yourself there. Or is the Almighty God going to bring people to your door, right? You need to take yourself there. Position yourself. Positioning is very important. In all of it, you know, when that happens, you need to have a conflict resolution skill. In order not to step on people's toes as well, you have to have this conflict resolution skill. It is very important you have conflict resolution skill. I can't emphasize that enough. Otherwise, right, enough said. Conflict resolution skill. If it's best to walk away, you walk away. If it's best for you to speak about it to the person and see how to work it out, fine and good. If it's best for you to think, okay, whichever way you feel you should, whichever way you think is the best step, right, but have a conflict resolution skill. Another thing is leadership and initiatives. You have to be a leader. You have to have that leadership skill, because you're leading yourself, you're leading your dreams, you're leading yourself to where you want to be. In Bible, learn these skills. What will I do if this, we've discussed some of these things, if this doesn't work out in a company, what do dealers do? They re-strategize. So these are the things. You are the captain of your ship, so you need to think of ways you can maneuver, like maneuver things in terms of making things work out the way. If it's not working out, you maneuver your thoughts and say, okay, let's do it like this. So you need to have this leadership skill, because you're leading yourself with all that dreams. Take a moment and think about all the things you want to achieve. Right. Is that not big enough? Even with the voice you had as well, that's to tell you that's a lot of dream right there, right? Don't you think you're a leader in your own right? You're a leader, guy. You're a leader. So learn leadership skill. At this point, I think I'm going to be ending this video here, because I said 16. However, we discussed 9. So we'll leave it at 9 essential skills that will help you in life. In my next video, we'll be discussing the other skills. So please, if you have not liked this video, what are you waiting for? Like it so that other people will learn from this, right? And in my next video, I said I'll be sharing some personal story as well, but this video is getting too long and I don't want to make it too over long. So yeah, I'm going to be ending it, and the second version, the second part of this video, I'll be sharing a personal story and how these skills has helped me. Until I see you again, remain intentional, continue to make a difference, and take care of you. Bye guys, bye.